Hey, it's Jason, ODB, the Lincoln Addict, and I'm going to do possibly a quick video today. It's Sunday, and I'm going to drive to Clearwater. I'm going to meet up with Blair and Teresa. Teresa has been helping source a few parts I need to fix the air conditioner in the red 65 I own. You could easily go and simply try to charge the system. The thought that I've had is, obviously, I'm not going to put the older refrigerant in it. I know some people swear by that. What I'm going to do is basically upgrade it. And by doing that, you basically want to make the system as efficient as you can. You could get a newer condenser and things like that. I'll be showing the process of acquiring the parts and basically upgrading the system. It's not too complicated. You're basically just taking the existing parts and kind of replacing some of them, including doing new hoses. It's one of those things where you just kind of go, why not? I've seen Blair and Teresa, they have upgraded several Lincolns, kind of did their refurbish, upgrade on the cars, and the air conditioner blows ice cold. Now, some people would say, well, it's a convertible. Do you really need air conditioning? I've said this before doing my Bring a Trailer reviews. Not all of these convertibles came with air conditioning. It's really not a big deal. We drove the 65 yesterday for my grandfather, my wife's grandfather, my grandfather's 92nd birthday. Happy born day to Gramps. And my son and I, we also drove the car a little bit on Friday, I think it was. But bottom line is, it's super hot out here in Florida. So it would be very nice, like when we're at, a stoplight, to have the AC blowing a little bit. It would be nice. When we drove the car yesterday from where I live over to Oldsmar, we had the top up the whole way there. It was actually kind of refreshing just having the windows down, but it keeps the sun from beating on you. It would have been nice to have the AC blowing. Then we would have obviously had the windows up. But again, on this car, it's so nice. There's only a couple small things I need to tinker with, and this is one of them. And I just want to have it fully working. So again, I'll be talking about the process. I'll probably show the parts today on this video. And then hopefully very soon, we'll start to do the actual upgrade on the car, so you can kind of see that process. You'll be able to source the parts, or, I'll possibly give, more information on, if we can source them and send them to you. But I think it would be easier for you just to kind of go to your local, usual suspect, so to speak, and get the lines made and that type of stuff. You can kind of take them off your car, but I'll definitely show the process when we get to it. So let's put this car in drive. I'm in the wife's car today. A little bit easier to drive, going to Clearwater, and just put the finger on the steering wheel and cruise. I would have taken Lincoln, but it is very overcast here. Not saying that it's probably beautiful in Clearwater, but it rained a lot. The roads are real wet and stuff like that. Just not going to do it today. Had plenty of time driving it on Saturday and Friday, so let's get to it. Hey, so I just got to Blair's a little bit ago. Before I show the parts I'm picking up, we're actually going to do the AC upgrade maybe next weekend. And I'll just do a quick walkthrough. I think there's 6 or 7 Lincolns that we'll walk through. There's a guy that just brought one, I think from Gainesville, a black one. There's a bunch of convertibles. He does, you guys hear on the podcast, I always talk about the work that Blair does. And, he works on the convertibles, the windows, what they call the automatic temperature control, or also known as ATC, boxes on the 66 and 67s, fixing all the stuff, making them work, rebuilding the amp gauges. Blair's been doing this stuff for 40 years. So it's always cool to check in with him and TC. They bought some shirts. Don't forget, you can go on LincolnAddict.com. You can buy the shirts or stickers, show some love. And let's go ahead and go in and check it out. We'll do a quick walkthrough. maybe I had the count off. I think it's 5 Lincolns he has there. The white 68 in there is his. He's toyed around with selling it. He's never had ethanol fuel in it. He's had it forever. It needs a little bit of body work on it and stuff like that he's always told me. It needs, you know, rust repair a little bit here and there, but it's a cool car. We'll do one more quick walkthrough. He also loves John Deere tractors, lawn mowers, you name it, the old school stuff mostly, and outboard mowers. So, and outboard motors for your little boats. So, cool stuff. Blair's Lair, hanging out with Blair and TC, and what I wanted to show you guys is this is the new condenser, and the dryer is built in. Okay, you can change the bag, I think they call it, that's inside there. You know, so that is serviceable. But the thing is that what they do is they take the existing mounts, they mount those, that way it bolts right in, and then you've got your 3 at the top that kind of come across. I'll show an installation video eventually. The other thing that happens is we get to get rid of that, what they call the muffler. And I'll show you an image of what that looks like. And although it looks cool, it's part of the Lincolns, you don't need it. And this is kind of where we're at right here. The other thing is the hoses. I wanted to show you guys. So basically what they did is I have the tool to crimp these. I've made hoses. I've made hose ends before. But basically what you can do is you can take this to your local, you can take your hoses to your local hose place, and they'll make these. Now what you can call Teresa, I'll make sure I tag her, if you wanted to have these made. You have to take your existing, 65 hoses, and some of these pieces, my understanding, are reused because you just can't find them. So there is a little bit of a process there, and they use a guy that makes all these for them. And there's one other piece that we're gonna have to change, which my understanding can be a pain. In these cars, you want to make sure you don't overdo it, and we'll show that in the installation. So it's kind of a quick walkthrough to show you all the stuff. Of course, he's got benches where he does a lot of his parts restorations and things like that, but it gives you a little bird's eye view of what he's always got going on here. I'm going to show you guys now the parts that I was picking up from TC. Hopefully we could do the AC as early as next weekend on the 65. And again, you're going to hear me, I'll mention this, the muffler can be removed. So there's a big piece, and I'll show you what it looks like, that no longer needs to be on the car when you do the upgrade to the newer condenser hoses and all that stuff. So take care and stay on the rise. Check out Lincoln Addict Podcast via most podcast channels. Just search Lincoln Addict and check it out, or Google it. We out of here. Peace.
The Lincoln Continental is the big, roomy luxury car. It will be motordom's symbol of quality, an automobile and a tradition.